It's real. I don't lie. The bottom line is this. This stuff is complex. This skill set isn't going to happen overnight. And a lot of people came to me like they go to anybody else. Give me the 1, 2, 3 fast track. I need to learn how to make money right now. I'm broke. And if you can't do it, you're a fraud. How's that work for you? The bottom line is this. You're going to work your ass off in this industry, no matter what you do. Period. Period. And time is going to be a whole lot more spent than you wanted to spend. It's going to take you longer. It's going to be more effort on your part. You want to learn how to trade? I've already taught you. You want a routine on how to go in and do those things? That's exactly what I'm teaching you this year. A day in and day out. This is what we're looking for. This is what it looks like. This is how it repeats. And we aren't afraid of signals drying up and not working anymore. I know that I'm going to have a setup. And this is what pisses people off that don't like me. I always have something. I always have an ace up my sleeve. You're damn right I do. Because that was a weakness. I needed to know I had more weapons than just a stochastic and a moving average. Because that shit didn't hold up long. And the markets are more dynamic than just one way. You have to have a tool that is useful for any market profile. It doesn't mean that you're going to trade every single time because you have that tool. It just means that you know enough that the thing you're probably going to use, if you were less equipped, experienced, you would have tried to use in an environment, which is what most of my students, when they first come to my YouTube channel, they think everything's a fucking optimal trade entry. They think every rally up is going to set up a sell, and every rally down is going to set up a long. And they send me emails. They'll say things in the comment section. You know, I tried the optimal trade entry and I get stopped out. How do you know which one's the optimal trade entry? Well, what are you doing wrong? Looking through the looking glass, you're looking for entries only. You have no context as to what you're doing. There's no narrative being applied to the chart. You haven't even consulted the higher time frame. So is it surprising why you're looking at something on the smallest degree of importance, which is the entry? I've stated this so many times, and it's almost like you guys don't want to believe me when I'm being honest. Entry patterns are numerous. There's so many entry techniques to get you into the moves. But there's only one side of the narrative that's going to develop in price. That's it. You're not going to change that. The buying, selling, and pressure doesn't change it. The narrative is going to unfold. And that's just the way it is. And if you're not able to get on side with that, that means get in alignment, get in sync with it. Any entry techniques, I can give you the best ones I have. And it's going to fucking fail for you because you aren't looking at what? You're not looking at the underlying pinnings of the marketplace. What makes this market most likely to go higher? And where the hell is it going? Just because you think it's going up, where's it going to? Because if you don't know that, you're going to overstay your welcome or exit far too soon. And if you look at what I'm teaching and how I teach it, I'm teaching you when to time the market, when to build a model that is bullish, when the bearish model is expected, when the market's going to be in consolidation and try not to be expanding with your, not expanding, but entering with your trades, expecting the market to expand out of that range because it's most likely to do what? Consolidate ahead of a big report. So you're not going to be guessing. You don't want to go into this guessing. If at the end of this year, you're feeling like you have no idea where you're at in price, I promise you this. You did not pay attention. You did not take notes, and you did not backtest. And that's the bottom line. That is the absolute truth. And I know that there's going to be people that are going to be lazy as fuck this year. They're only going to watch the videos. They're only going to watch the live streams and try to get trades out of what I'm saying. And then they've learned nothing. And they'll be the same yahoos that were paying me money to learn how to do this. And I'm calling the market every single fucking day, every single month, and it's going where I said it was going to go, and I'm proving the concepts work, and here it is. It's going on and on and on. And I got people that make money in that group, whether it be the 2016 group or the 2021, the last one, Every one of those groups, every one of those years, I have winning, profitable students. Every single one of those groups, I have students that have never made a dime with it. What's the common denominator? They have not done what I'm telling them to do. And they've done everything I told them not to do. The ones that end up making money, they're the ones that maybe they fucked off in the beginning, tried their own way mentorship stuff, lost, learned from that, and then started doing what I said. Or they never fucked off and they followed my instructions and right from the beginning found their way into profitability. I'm sorry that it's harder than you thought it was going to be, but that doesn't make me a fucking fraud when I'm out here proving it every fucking day. Sorry. It must suck to be you, because you're literally looking outside yourself for a reason to exist and live with yourself. Because if you think that this stuff doesn't work after seeing as much of the evidence of this on a day-by-day basis with such a degree of precision, you are the problem. Just like I was the problem when I first started. But you don't want to recognize that. Trading, this industry, is the looking glass. What do you see when you see through it? Do you see problems that you got to work on? Character flaws that you have to correct? Build coping mechanisms? Being bipolar, it's not a matter of what I eat, folks. Okay, I appreciate some of you that are sending me that shit, but it has nothing to do with it. It's all in my brain. Okay, I'm literally struggling to be sane sometimes. It's very difficult. And I will not ever take a drug that is going to make me not focus like I need to be focusing. I will live the rest of my life like this, wrestling with it, and it sucks. It does, it sucks. But I will never be medicated. I will not. So, that's the wrestling match I chose to be in. But you're gonna see things through this industry in other people. You're gonna see arrogance when there isn't any justification for it. You're gonna see modesty when they should be beating their chest. You're gonna see folks fail miserably and deny that it was them, not the material, not the concepts that other people around the world are doing the same stuff with it. And, well, not the same stuff, but they're using the same concepts and they're making real money, life-changing money. And the people that have looked at what I do and looked past the things I told you, just look past that. If it's real, you'll see it. If it resonates with you, run with it. And if you have the passion to stick with it, you will be profitable. You will fucking make fucking money here. And that's just the way it is. But you have to be here every day learning what it is that you have to discover is going to be the reasons why you're going to derail. Because you will. And how you react and how you think about yourself, your trading, and this industry, once you experience loss. One of the best things that could ever happen is for you to experience losing an account. What do you say? Yeah, that's the worst thing in your mind that could ever happen right now as a student, right? That's the worst thing. How could anybody say that's the best thing? Because you'll know what it feels like to have one moment where you didn't even see it coming, and then boom, you don't have anything in the account. At least not enough to take another trade. I think every trader needs to experience that. Because then you'll respect the risk. What happens if you do blow an account, but you don't respect the risk and you go out there and you just do the same thing with the second one? Here's what you're not observing. What you're seeing in that, but ignoring, is that you are impulsive and a gambler. And that means you have to do some work. You have to correct that. And it's not easy because you are the person that's driving that. And you're doing it recklessly because you need an outside of you, confirmation. That's why you're doing it. You're trying to do something Olympic sized, over leveraging an account, trying to get some kind of big win so that way you can feel like you are formidable. You can make a lot of money. Look at this. This makes you a good trader. No, it doesn't.